anything you need for Halloween, this is Haunted School, and in today's video guys, as I usually do every year, I'm going to be covering the range's Halloween 2025 range, and for this time, believe it or not, we've actually got loads to go over. Like, there was a leak, like, I want to say, towards the start of the year, and, like, all the life sizes have been shown, a couple hanging props, and a couple other little surprises as well. So I thought I'd just make a video just to actually go over the leaks for the range, just because I'm really excited to talk about some of these, and some of them I'm quite on the edge, like, some of them are a bit controversial, I don't like too much, but I'll go over them all in this video. So yeah, last year I want to say for the range was a good year. It's the best year we've had in a long time, I must say. Like, years before that, like, we've kind of just had repeats of what we've seen the years before. Like, other props use the same audios as ones we've had before as well, and also the prices have started to hike up on the range's items. Like, even just some of last year's items, like for a Haunted Lady, for example, was £60, and that's a lot for a range life size. But yeah, some of the prices do seem really good this year, and for what they're selling, you'll see in this video, we have really started to up the quality on some of the things, I must say. So without any further ado, let's go on to have a look at the sneak peeks for Ranger's Halloween 2025 animatronics. So first up, I'm actually going to start with one of my favourite things out of all these items. This is a hanging vampire. So last year we did have a hanging Frankenstein, and this year they've carried it on with doing another classic Halloween monster, and it is the vampire this time. We did have one a couple of years back, but this one just looks so much more scarier. It looks kind of like inspired by Nosferatu a little bit, and as you can see, it's $19.99. There's no actual details on what this actually does yet, but you could probably expect it. It actually does say it does reach out to you, actually, in the description. Which would be quite interesting to see what it's like. Hopefully it's not an animation we've seen before, but you never know. But I think it looks really cool. Face looks really good. I'm not sure why they actually put stitches on the face, but it's one of them things. And also the hands are actually painted, which the range literally never do on their props, so definitely kudos to them on that. But yeah, that is the hanging vampire. Really cool one, and I think that's one I'll probably pick up this year. So the vampire is definitely a thumbs up for me. It's a great looking prop all year round, and I can't wait to see what it does. So the next one here is this spooky hanging girl. This kind of looks like a more generic large hanging doll prop. We've seen stuff like this before, obviously, but of course this one's got a new head sculpt, which is kind of nice. It is $19.99, just like a vampire. And as you can see, there's a description right there. It says she will have light up eyes, and apart from that, it just has light up eyes and spooky sounds from what it sounds like. I'd say this one is an okay one. We've seen stuff like this before, but of course, if people like hanging dolls or animated dolls and stuff like that, this is definitely one for them. I'll say this one is a bit of a thumbs in the middle. Like, it's not perfect, but it's a great little filler prop for any of you guys who are after hanging props like that in general. Okay, so the first hanging prop is this hanging scarecrow, or the website actually calls it Spirit of Halloween, which really doesn't make sense. We're going to call it a scarecrow. But yeah, this has a similar head to one of the hanging skeletons we had last year. It's $17.99, and once again, it looks okay. It's not perfect. Once again, it says it sways and the eyes light up, and probably has plays some sounds too, which there is a video out there of what it actually does. You can kind of see it does kind of just move its head, and the body kind of moves with it. The phrases are unique on it, which is quite good. I'll show you also the audio so you can kind of hear what this says right now. As you can see, the phrases there, they are okay. It actually does have the jammy spirit ball music behind, which is kind of odd for this kind of prop, really, but it is what it is. But yeah, this one is another thumbs in the middle. It's an okay scarecrow prop, but I think we have seen better from the range, such as the life-size one we had a few years back. Next up, we got this hanging animated two-headed Reaper. And I think this one is probably my least favourite of all the hanging props that I'm going to talk about in this video. It just looks a bit lazy. As you can kind of see, it's kind of just like a irregular Reaper, but with two heads. There's no like sort of point as to why it's like this. As you can kind of see, it's got light up eyes and everything. The heads are actually the same sculpt as the door hanger Reaper that we had a couple of years back from the range. Yeah, I just really aren't a fan of this one. It's just not very good of a concept, and I can't really see it selling too well either. It's also at the price point of $19.99, just like the others, but I think I would personally go for some of these other ones over this one, if I'm honest. But yeah, this one might be one to go to in the clearance if it's there, but it's nothing to really write home about, I'd say. So I would say that one is a thumbs down. And the fifth and final hanging prop right here, I'd say is probably one of my favourite ones as well. It is this hanging witch, and it does actually utilise the moving eye animation we saw on some of the hanging props like the Bride and the Reaper we had a few years back. It does look really cool. It is £30, so this one's a more expensive one. I gotta say, the face on this, it actually does, it is quite a cartoony face, I must say, but at the same time, yeah, with how hidden it is with the hat and everything, you're not really going to think it's cartoony if you see it in the dark or whatever. And also that moving eye animation is going to be quite cool, and it will likely just play some spooky sound effects, which will be quite good. So yeah, I'd say this one is a thumbs up. It is quite pricey, I understand, but of course, it is probably one with the better animation out of them all, if I'm honest. So yeah, thumbs up for that one. Okay, so next up is the larger standing props. So to start it off is probably one of the most arduous ones that the range have done so far, and that is the animated clown stack. As you can see, this is a bunch of 3 clowns that are kind of like stacked together. They're very similar to the concept that Home Depot's done for the past couple of years. Of course, with the range doing it and it being Sunstar, it kind of does look like a more cheaped out version of it. As you can kind of see, it does actually say the middle one is the one that has the animation, which I really hope's not the case, but at the same time, if it is, it'd be quite disappointing. I think the price on this one is really good because it's actually $49.99 and you're getting quite a bit for your money there. But yeah, I think this is one I'm going to have to judge in person to see if I really do like it or not. But yeah, I'd say thumbs in the middle for this one for now. It is okay. This next one I think is going to be a big surprise to everyone, and it is this haunted ticket booth. So I think a lot of people have actually been after this kind of prop for a long time now. Like, I've seen a lot of customs over the Facebook groups and everything, but yeah, we're actually getting a ticket booth sold this year, and it is £100, and I've got to say the appearance of it does look quite good. The only thing I have a gripe about is there's a Reaper inside the ticket booth when it's clearly a carnival theme ticket booth from the looks of it, and also the animation of it's supposed to be the hand animation that comes through the... Which, if it's a skeleton hand, it won't make sense, but if it's a clown hand, I think that would look quite cool. I can see a lot of people customising this. They could actually just cut out where the Reaper is in the middle and put their own hanging clown in there, or a life-size clown even. That would look tons better. But yeah, I really hope this prop actually isn't made of foam like the coffin was last year. There's a chance it probably will be, but if it's made like out of plastic sheets or like wood, that would be really cool. But yeah, I think this one's actually quite a good one for £100 or $99.99. And you actually can pre-order all these range props right now, so of course stick your pre-orders in, and it looks like everything will be releasing on July 30th, from what I can see on the website, which is really cool. But there's a chance, always check your stores before, because they may end up getting their items in beforehand. So yeah, thumbs up for this one. I think it's really cool. Now actually on to the standing figures. This first one I'd probably say is the worst of the bunch. Like, I'm gonna get the ones I like least out of the way first. So this one is just a regular standing clown with a tray. It's just something that's been done before, and it's reusing the same Hatbox Ghost head that we've seen on props that we saw years ago. It's got a tray, and it doesn't... Of course, you could always use it to, like... If you're going to use it with a ticket booth, you could, like, kind of make it interact with that, but at the same time, like, it's probably going to have the same shaking animation as the one we saw from 2022 and 3, which won't really be that exciting. And yeah, Yeah, this prop just does look like a big reuse of what we've seen for years ago. Like, I'd say if you're to have it done right, if you're to have a prop with a tray, I'd say bring a butler back. Like, we haven't seen a butler at the range since, like, 2018. That'd be such a good idea, and, like, butler props aren't really done anymore, so for future years, I'd really love to see a butler animatronic at the range. But for this one, I'd definitely say is a big thumb down. I'm not a fan of this one. See, this next one now is slightly better, but it's still not the best. This one is the standing version of the Spirit of Halloween. This is practically just a mashup of a Scarecrow and a Skeleton, as you can kind of see. It just basically just rounds it up of it being a mashup. As you can see, it doesn't really make sense how it's got some red cloth on it. With it being a Scarecrow and everything, and I actually do think that the hanging version of it's better. The good thing about this one, though, it actually is £10 cheaper than the clown. It is $39.99, so if you're more on a budget and looking for a cheaper life size, this one's probably the one to go to. There actually is a video of this one out there. It kind of has the motion head, arms, and light up eyes animation. I'll show you the video now. A big shout out to also for these videos, Harry J Vlogs and also Hazily Halloween. For actually finding these videos. But yeah, I'm going to show you the demo of him right now. This next one is one of our 2 jump scare props that we're getting this year. This is a animated clown with a pumpkin on his head. And as you can see, this one actually does rip the pumpkin in half and there's a clown head underneath. I think that's a really cool concept. I gotta say, the look of the clown head looks really good on this one as well, and even the outfit looks quite nice. Of course, this one uses the same animation as the Haunted Lady last year. I really hope that they've made it more robust. Of course, it is $59.99, so that's quite a bit to pay on a range life-size animatronic. I really hope that they've improved the quality on these mechanisms, because they are quite faulty when it comes to the pop-up mechs. But we'll have to see on this one. I'd say though, this one actually gets a thumbs up. I'd say it's quite a good looking prop, and it definitely takes people off guard when you have a jump scare like that. Okay, so the next animatronic right here is probably my personal favourite of the life sizes, and probably a lot of other people's as well. This is the extra large standing clown. And as you can see, this is just a very tall clown, as you can kind of see from just the starter. He has actually got an official name. Aroma have actually called this guy Stretch the Clown. And he actually his height dimensions, they have actually commented on my Instagram when I posted about him a while back. He goes from 7 foot to 9 foot, so he's absolutely massive. Like, it's really crazy for a prop that's $72.99. What we can do with him. And it's not only that, he also does have a unique phrase, and he has a rising mechanism which I think Sunstar have never really done before, so it's going to be amazing to see what this looks like in person. And you never know, because I'm getting a few clowns this year, this may be one I pick up. It depends how he looks like in person, honestly, but I think he looks really good from just the pictures. It's just that face. I think I've seen it before on a Sunstar prop, but it might be an enlarged sculpt of it, you never know. But overall, it definitely does look quite creepy. I think the only thing he could use is a balloon in his hand, but I bet he could probably do that just through tying one around his finger and literally letting it go. And yeah, there's actually a video out of this one as well, and I'm pretty impressed by how it looks in action. So yeah, I'm going to go and show you what this one does, but yeah, definitely a thumbs up for this one for me.
Hey, step right up and witness my true form. Watch closely. Oh no, I'm growing taller. Are you scared yet? The fun's just beginning. Welcome to the greatest Halloween show on Earth. The show is starting. I feel my power growing. It's showtime! They say the taller you are, the harder you fall. Let's test that theory, shall we? I'm the best performance of the night. You thought I was stretching the truth? No, just stretching myself!
But yeah, I'm definitely a huge fan of Stretch there. And then we've got this last animatronic right here, and this is also a really cool one. It is this animated bride and groom. And as you can see straight off, they have instantly improved with the structure of their animatronics. So there's no Christmas tree stand on this one at all, and I don't think there's one on Stretch the Clown either. As you can see, like the groom's kind of like on his knees for the bride. As you can see, I really do like the outfits on these ones. They've got proper feet and hands, and this one actually has a jump scare as well. They are both skeletons, as you can kind of see. And this is actually the most expensive life-size the range has ever sold at $129.99. But yeah, there is a video that has been leaked of this one as well. It is really cool, I've got to say. The phrase itself, I think we could have went for a better phrase, but it's still a unique one at least. So without any further ado, let's go and show you. But yeah, that is the bride and groom. I think they look really cool. The face of the bride especially looks really gruesome. And I'm really excited to see this one in stores and how this one's actually built like. But yeah, that's about everything. That concludes this entire analysis of the range's animatronics for 2025. You can probably bet there's a lot more to come. Of course, the range usually start getting their animatronics and just Halloween stuff in general in around July time, so I'd definitely recommend checking your store, and also even asking a colleague or two if when they're getting their stuff in, and just to put in the comments and let everyone know, because of course Ranger is a very widely hyped up store in the UK, and a lot of people look forward to it, and I think this year there's a lot of things it won't disappoint with. Of course, you kind of got to be wise with the range with like the animatronics. Like you got to know what you kind of getting for your haunt if you. But of course, a lot of things are good little filler items for filling your haunts out if you need them. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like. I think in the next couple of videos might be a few reviews coming. I might do a video for when I hit 4,500. Maybe a review or something, that'd be quite cool. Then also I'll probably be putting some predictions up for Asda soon, and also I'll be going over the second sneak peek that we got today from the Halloween store UK, since it looks really impressive and I'm very blown away by it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.